Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, another sewing video. So I have made a few things over the last few months because it's been a while since I was posting quite regularly. So one of my last videos I showed this pink top which was the Virevolte by Atelier Scammit, and I just don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. So it's a French pattern company. The instructions are half in French, half in English. So the pink one is the top version, and I decided to make the dress version, which is made in the exact same way. You just make the front and back bodice longer. So I also decided to do a long sleeved version, and I decided to add like a little, this is like a little cap frill that you can add into the shoulder seam, because the fabric that I used is just a plain kind of teal blue, dark teal blue colour, and it doesn't have the like embroidery and the little holes that this one does to give it a bit more interest. I thought having those little frills at the top might make it a little bit more interesting. And I also decided to make it in a size smaller than I made the top because it's a very floaty, boxy design, and I made it a size too big, and which made it even more like voluminous. So this is the finished result with the dress, which you obviously can't see properly on the camera, so I'll have to insert some pictures. It's still just really like huge and voluminous and looks a lot like maternity wear, got to be honest, even a size smaller. I think making it long sleeve was perhaps a mistake, because that's just added to the kind of effect of it just being like a lot of this fabric and nothing really breaking that up. I kind of wanted it to be kind of like plain and simple in colour, which is quite different from like my other clothes, but that's just kind of what I kind of thought would work. But I think maybe it's just a little bit too much of this fabric. And this is another double gauze like the top, and I think I also got this from Minerva Crafts. I can't actually remember where I got this fabric from, to be honest. These little cap sleeve things I think could be bigger. I don't think they make enough of an impact. And my overall sewing of the dress was not as neat at all as the top, which is very frustrating because I really want to do my sewing properly, otherwise what's the point? It's all a bit of a waste of time if you sew and it's all a big mess and then you don't wear the product, wear the outfit, the garment. But I was just really struggling to find the time to actually sit down and do like a chunk of sewing. I was just getting like an hour here and half an hour there in between, like looking after my son you know, and doing it at the weekend, and just having to get everything out and put everything away. Every time I was getting it out, I had forgotten where I'd got to and had to reread the whole instruction booklet. And I was just losing loads of time as a result, and I was just rushing to make up for it, and it's like a really silly thing to do. But I was just finding the whole process quite frustrating, and it was just sitting in a pile for like weeks or even months and not getting worked on, and I just wanted to get it finished, so I rushed. So it's frustrating because as a result it's not super neat everywhere, but it's not the end of the world. It's wearable, it's very casual. I probably won't get that much wear out of it, but it's just something to like wear around the house. But it's not my favourite thing that I've made. It's just kind of a shame when you spend that much time and effort on something and it doesn't really work out, but that's just how it is sometimes. I said in the other video about the pattern, the booklet, the instructions, I did not find them helpful enough. I did not find them clear enough. There's a lot of bits where you have to flip to the back and then flip back to the front, and when you insert the little cap sleeve thing, it's really confusing. You have to do like a rolled hem, which I just did not do because I could not understand their explanation of what I was supposed to do. I didn't understand which part of this pattern piece, this little cap, is just like sort of like a semicircle shape. I didn't understand which part I was supposed to be hemming. Like, it was just, I found it really confusing. And so I'm sure I didn't do it quite right, but I did it in a way that just about worked, and it doesn't look too messy underneath. But it was really hard to understand, like, what they actually wanted me to do. And I just found, like, you couldn't just follow the steps, like 1, 2, 3, 4. You had to keep going back and forth, which was another reason why I was sitting there. You know, I only had like an hour or something whilst, you know, my boyfriend had our toddler, and I spent the whole time just trying to Google how I was supposed to attach these stupid little cap things, and I did it wrong, and I had to unpick a load, and it was just very frustrating. And I think when you don't have that much time and you're not that experienced, you just need things to be a lot clearer. So I found the patterns frustrating, even though I've seen, like, I like their clothes and I like the designs, and I've seen them on, like, the website, and there was other ones that I was eyeing up, and they're all kind of similar kind of sort of look, but yeah, the actual instructions really put me off, so that's kind of frustrating. So anyway, it was a bit of a mixed bag with this one. It's wearable, it's not my favourite thing ever. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you'd like to give me a like, and if you want to see more, please subscribe.